Dean here. I'm going to talk to you about H5P. It's a little tool that we've been promoting and pushing. It's free to use. There's h5p.org, as you might see here, and H5P as a service, as they put it, .com. You can sign up for free for 30 days, and you get a range of features to create activities. H5P, you can embed it into your work on Notesmaster. And the new Notesmaster platform will have an H5P option in the editor, so you won't have to navigate away from the site. You have a lot of activities with H5P, and quite a few of you have asked for support in how to use some of them. Some of them are more difficult to use than others, or require a little bit more thinking, a little less straightforward. You know, obviously an arithmetic quiz is a lot easier than a personality quiz, or you know, memory game's quite easy as well. So pick ones that are quite easy. Flashcards are always simple, easy. Type an answer, click an answer, and they're a lovely way to test knowledge. This little activity, interactive video, has posed some questions and some challenges for persons. So I'm just going to do a little overview of it, and you can let me know if you like more in depth. That'll be perhaps a longer video, or if this is sufficient. So if you click on it, now obviously with H5P you need to log in. You would go to My Account, and you can, all of your content is saved here. They really want to migrate you from h5p.org to h5p.com. I mean, that's their mission, but you can have your content here, and there is no, as with h5p.com, time period so far. That may change, but so far you can use h5p.org at will. So try it out. Click on it, and you get a set of content, recently shown first or newest first, whichever. And these are the activities. I'll give you a little explanation underneath. Create videos enriched with interactions. And you click details, and you get a choice. You can upload, click upload. You can, if you have an H5P file already, you can upload it. Or if you want to create, let's start from scratch. Okay, click use, and you're given this setup. Now this can look a little daunting. It is not perhaps the most user-friendly, you may want to think. Content type here gives you the option to select and change. And you're gonna, this is a title, so if you wanted to add a title to it, say you just wanted to call it Cells Video, this would then become a tag. And if anyone is searching for it, they'll find it under Cells, or this will appear under Cells Video. So interactive video editor. You're going to create a little video, and I've done a little one earlier. So there's some elements I've put in to show you. You can upload videos. So if you have a video, you can upload it, but the limit is 16 megabytes. You can compress a video and try to upload that. You may have sound issues or quality issues, but generally that should be okay. You can add a YouTube video link, and that video can be any size. So you're just linking to a video on YouTube, and that video can exceed the 16 megabyte upload limit, okay? Because you're just pulling in that video link with YouTube. You're not actually uploading it to h5p.org's servers. On Notesmaster, when it's available, you will not have an upload limit, okay? So you would add your video or enter your link. So in my example here, I have added a YouTube video, and underneath that, you'll see if I switch back to here, once you add your video, you then have some areas to fill out. So Animal Cells is my video. That's the title of my interactive video. A short description, it's optional, a video about animal cells. So if I now jump to the video and go right to the beginning and say view, restart it, it'll load for you. You'll see here's my video with the YouTube video coming in. I would then add, whilst the video is playing now, we would want to add interactions. So we first start with step one, upload the video, enter the title, a short description. That's fine. You can look at, if you wish, some of these if you want to add subtitles. Not supported for YouTube videos. Behavioral settings if you wanted the video, for example, you had a 10-minute video and you just wanted to start at 2 minutes 30, you would put the time code of 2 minutes 30. If you wanted to autoplay the video, you'd check that box. If you wanted to loop it, so when it finishes, it starts again. So some activities here for you to, some actions here for you to explore in your activity. And of course, you can click a box and then try and see how it works out. And then you have text override, translations, etc. Okay. So once you're happy that you've added the title and the video, they're the main things to worry about. Upload your video, put your title in. Click Add Interaction. So your video then appears here. And up the top, you've got text, tables, links, image, statements, single choice set, multiple choice set, true false questions, fill in the blanks, drag drop, market the words, drag text. Now, crossroads and navigation host and even more features. If I was to go through all of these, then the short video you requested would be somewhat longer. So I have gone through and added a few little points here. What you basically do is play your video. And this video will play. This is a longer video, 9 minutes 45. So this is beyond the 16 megabytes. The video will play and you have the opportunity to then test the learner, just like in a visual comprehension. So as the video plays, if you now want to add a question, so here is a helicopter, and in my video, I think, right, I'd like to add a question at this point. You see a question comes up. Let me just click off this. That'll appear if it's a YouTube video. So I've added a question. Now, how do I add a question? If I go back to just here, playing, it's playing. Let's say I want to add a single choice or a multiple choice. Click it. And once I click the question I want to have, if I remove it, yes, I'm sure. Any question, if I click statements, a statement will come up, remove it, yes, I'm sure. Or true, false, click it, and a question will come up. So at that point in the video where you want to ask a question, so the idea is the student will watch something and then when it moves on, so in this case, it's moved on, I have decided to ask a question. Now my question, if I click it, is I have a little display button. So the display button that you saw here was question that popped up and I've labeled it question. So if I just close that, you see it's got question and it's a little round button that pops up saying question. I then have the opportunity, because I've selected a single choice set, to type my question. What was on the front of the helicopter? Like a single choice, multiple choice. Alternatives are your answer options. The sun, a star, an animal cell. And if you wanted to add more, you could add another answer for another section. If you don't, just delete it. Yes, confirm I don't want that. And then you're fine. Or if you wanted to add another question, maybe you could add 2 questions that would pop up. And you can choose to type your question in there or type your alternative. You can delete, yes, remove your answers, remove your questions, okay? So I have gone for 1 question, but add question allows you to add another question, add answer allows you to add another answer option. So instead of 3, I could have 4. Done. So in this video, my question will pop up. The user will take it. Now you see the question is still staying here. If I click edit, that's because I've set the question to display at 35 seconds and to disappear at 45 seconds. So I have in fact also selected to pause the video. So the video will pause when the question comes up. So let me move here to our little video and I shall play. These little circles denote where I have added a question. And of course I haven't added them all the way along here. I have just for the interest of the video, and you have a little summary question at the end. So let's have a look and see what happens. Here's our little animal cell video. It starts up. Now you could have a question straight away, asking the difference between animal cells and plant cells. Totally up to you. Here we go. Here's our little helicopter. So I'm just giving you a real life example instead of cramming questions in every 2 seconds. So here's our helicopter. Watch out. Question. It's paused. Don't worry about this little advert from YouTube. So here's the question. Click on it. What was on the front of the helicopter? An animal cell, a star, the sun. I think it was a star. Oh gosh, wrong. The sun. So continue. That might be the right or wrong answer. I'm not so sure there. Now this time frame is how long my question stays on the screen for, as you can see. So I think I'd put 10 seconds, so it'll disappear after 10 seconds. You can reduce yours if you wish. So the video will play. Animal cell. Okay. Animal cell is surrounded by a semi-permeable cell membrane. Okay. Question 2 pops up. So I've set another marker here and question 2 pops up. So I click. The animal cell is surrounded by what? So remember we saw a permeable cell wall, a semi-permeable cell wall, a semi-permeable cell membrane. So I will click this. Oh, semi-permeable cell wall. Maybe I got it right, maybe I got it wrong. There we go. And you need to set your correct answer. So that's how, in essence, it works for you. Continue. And the question will stay on as long as is needed. Okay, so if I pause this now and go back to our little activity here, the length of time the question is on the screen you can see here. Done. If I move to this next one, you see we have the question here. If I click on this question, the same process is used. You can click edit, length of time it's on the screen, question, alternatives. Now, here's the thing. This is important to note. You will note that some of my answers were not quite correct. The first answer you put in is the correct one. Okay? So on the front of our helicopter was a star. If I click done, go back here and show you, edit. It was a star, but I have put the sun as the first, so that's what's shown as the correct answer. So remember to put your first answer as the correct answer. Okay? Done. So if I wanted to add any more, I can just play the video. Remember, whilst the video is playing, click. It pauses the video. Something will appear on the screen. Set the length of time. It's good to check the box to pause the video because that way the learner isn't struggling to catch up whilst doing the question. And at the end of the quiz, you have a little submit screen, a little summary at the end. So if we go to our video here, it will continue playing. So I get to my next question, question 3, I'll click on that. True or false, water is allowed inside the cell. So a slightly different option, true or false. Click true, click check, continue. Now you can set whether or not in a question they can continue. So if I scroll down, behavioral settings, enable retry. So if I got that wrong, could I retry the question? Enable show button. If I was puzzled, would you be able to show me the solution? That's what the show button is. Can I zoom, etc. Automatically check answer, feedback on correct answer. If you wanted to leave some feedback, you could write that's well done or not well done. And adaptivity. This is quite important as well. Action on all the correct answer. So if I got it correct, you want to leave a message. Action on wrong answer. Do you want to send them to go back? You've got the answer wrong. Go back and look at section 2 minutes 10 seconds. That gives you the answer. And also, quite important, require full score before proceeding. So did I need to get this correct before I was allowed to proceed? So that's another little option there. Now, I think I've talked quite a lot already. As you can see, the video will race all the way through, and then I'll get to here, and it'll ask me a little summary. A summary is a little question that you can put at the end of your video. Choose the correct statement. Animal cells are large, animal cells are small. There you go, animal cells are small. Or you could make it something that is relevant. Okay, so have a little experiment. Don't be too daunted by all the various different menus. As I say, once the video is playing, to add an interactive point, simply click on a question and the video will stop at that point, and you have the option to add these different fields. Feel free to experiment with it. So you add some text in. If you don't like it, remove some text. Don't worry about are you sure you wish to remove. Just click confirm if you've not added anything. Multiple choice as that is. Overall feedback, custom scores. You don't need these to have the activity in play. If you experiment and you find you want to add a score range, that's perfectly fine. Start with a very small quiz. And once you're finished and done, and if you choose, you've added your summary task, which is at the end. That summary task is the question I was posed about that summary. Oh, excuse me, I've gone all the way back to the beginning. So the question on the summary, which was animal cells, you get the option to add a summary task at the end. Okay, that's a separate tab, summarizing the video, summarizing the activity. And once you have finished all of that, you click save. And you have all these options here. And the main option is you can click embed. You get an embed code. Don't worry about this. H5P.org is only for trying out. That it is. So that's why we're going to migrate it to the Notesmaster editor. You copy this embed code on your Notesmaster page if you want to create something very simple. Biology. I'll quickly just put something in. Life processes or living organism cells. Here we go. Anything will do. Popping something in here. Click edit. And then I have the option, once the page loads up for me, you have the, once this happens here, you have this, and you are able to go to the blue square, click there, click embed, right click and paste, and OK. And it will load up onto your page there. It's quite big, so you can click it again, click the blue and maybe resize it. 800. This will constrain proportion, so you change this, this will change. Click OK. You have two versions, the original and this one. Click on the big one and you can delete it if you wish, or you can keep the smaller one if you don't mind. Okay, up to you how you wish to do it, but remember, click the blue button, click embed, paste in your embed code. You can alter the size here if you wish, if you want to go for a smaller size, or when you get the embed code, if you get it from here, you can alter the size here as well. So it's not so big for you. 800. And click OK. And then it goes on the page in a more manageable way. Remember the sizing gives you a little bit of white space. If you have that problem, just let us know. That's because you've constrained one element of the sizing, you haven't done the other. So if, for example, we went to click on the blue button, we went here, we wanted to constrain the proportions. Let's reduce that to, by say, to 400. Take that off, and then we see we've got a video that fits a bit more snugly. Okay, so a few things to play around with. Do not be afraid to play around with. Embed it correctly. It's technology. Sometimes it'll be lovely, sometimes it might annoy you, but in general, you then have this on your page, you click preview, and it should appear nicely for you to play there. Okay.